Hi, my name is Ken Lee with Celebration Sanitation. As you may know by now, our recycling guidelines are going to change come March 1st. It's going to go from all recycled material that's out on Wednesdays for recycling must be in a container with a lid. And a lid meaning it either has to be a lid that's covering it, it can be a removable lid, or it could be an attached lid like these guys are. Either way, it doesn't matter, but it has to be contained. It cannot be sitting on the ground loose like we have now, where we have all these open top bins and the recycling is just everywhere. Some folks pile it up 2 or 3 feet above the bin, nice and neatly, but when we go to pick it up, it goes everywhere, and then the wind catches it and it blows all over your neighbor's yard. So that guideline is going to change come March 1. March 1 is the deadline, so please make sure that you have transitioned away from the open top bins to the container with the lid, whether it's attached or detached, okay? The reasons for this are very simple. The recycled material has to be kept dry. If the cardboard or the fiber material gets wet and we transport it to the recycling center, it's not viable anymore, it's wet. It becomes trash at that point, garbage. So all your efforts and our efforts have gone to waste. So we have to make it as viable as possible from the point of collection, transportation, to the destination, which is the recycling center. The 18-gallon bins, which most of you know by now, are going to go away. Now I'm going to pull this guy out here so that we have a little something you go by. So this is what's being used mostly now. It's something like this. There's other variations from this particular bin that are probably a little bit bigger that have a lid that snaps on. That's perfectly okay. We really don't have a problem with that. But just remember that everything must fit in this container. It can't be in the container with the lid just laying on top and not completely secure. It has to be secured, locked tight to keep the wind from blowing it out. And you can't have anything sitting outside. So you can have up to 2 of the variations of any container. Whether it's the 95-gallon container, you can have 2 of them per household. You can have 2 of these, or similar, that has a lid that snaps shut. You can have a 50-gallon and a 35-gallon container. It really doesn't matter, but it must be lidded or be covered in some way from the weather. Again, this is being done specifically for the purpose of making the material viable. Viable means it has to be able to go to end user. It can't go to the garbage. So please, let's transition away from these guys with no lids to either these guys or these guys with attached lid or any variation in between. It's just fine. And remember, only 2 per household. Only 2. You can't have 5 and you can't have 10, of course. It has to be 2. Okay? Thank you. Hi, now these are going to be a few examples of the containers that you can use. Of course, we offer the 95-gallon container, which is the biggest one that is available, and it's the same size as your trash tote. And if you decide that you want to purchase one of them, you can find them on our website at celebratonsanitation.com, and just click on the tab that says New Containers, and you select the recycling container, or whichever other container you're looking to purchase. So here's another example of another container. It's round, it has a lid that's detachable, doesn't have any wheels, but it's a 32-gallon container. And it holds quite a bit. So that is acceptable in our Clean Stream initiative. The other container that you can actually go to is probably a little bit bigger. I think it's around 50 gallons. It has wheels on it, and it has an attached lid, which is detachable as well. That is acceptable as well. And you can find them at Celebration Hardware. You can find them at Lowe's, Home Depot. You can even go to Amazon and Google it up, and you can find them there. But they have all different types. We prefer you to have a blue container because blue is the international color for recycling, preferably blue. If you don't have a blue, it's okay. Just make sure that the container has a sticker on it that has recycling and is clearly visible by our team so they can service it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please visit our website, celebratonsanitation.com, or give us a call at 321-939-1805. Thank you for listening and have a great day.